We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Thousands of years ago, the Stoics cautioned against the grave dangers of obsessively worrying about the future. In today's world, this warning is more pertinent than ever, with excessive worrying draining the energy of countless individuals and contributing to the rise of psychological issues like depression and anxiety disorders. Thoughts about what might happen tomorrow are with us every day, and they can quickly spiral out of control. Worrying can consume our attention, disturb our thoughts, rob us of sleep, and even damage our health. It can make us hesitant, indecisive, and filled with uncertainty, leaving us feeling at the mercy of forces beyond our control. Chronic worrying has crushed countless dreams and continues to do so. While this might paint worrying as a kind of villain, understanding its psychological origins offers a different perspective. Psychologically, worrying is connected to a crucial cognitive function known as episodic future thinking. This ability allows us to mentally project ourselves into the future, providing behavioral flexibility that has been key to our evolutionary success. However, as we'll explore, this cognitive skill is far from flawless and is susceptible to significant errors. These flaws can lead to the kind of intense and prolonged worrying that the Stoics warned about so long ago. Yet, within Stoic teachings, we can also find practical wisdom to gradually release ourselves from these worries and learn to let go. The human brain's prefrontal cortex is often highlighted as a major distinguishing feature between us and other species. Its development has been vital to our success on this planet, as it supports advanced cognitive abilities such as planning, reasoning, and solving complex problems. While these cognitive strengths have ensured our survival and dominance, they also have their downsides. One such strength is the aforementioned episodic future thinking, primarily linked to the medial anterior part of the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus. By envisioning future scenarios in our minds, we gained a vital evolutionary edge, allowing us to consider various behaviors and their likely outcomes without facing actual physical harm. Unlike animals that act purely on impulse, we develop the ability to carefully plan our actions and improve our chances of survival. However, this cognitive power also came with a significant cost, as it enables us to become deeply anxious about potential or imagined future events that may never come to pass. While there is some adaptive value in being concerned about the future, since it can help us anticipate risks and dangers, this can quickly turn into a burden, overwhelming us with anxiety. This is when worrying can become pathological and drain our energy. But why do we find ourselves trapped in these endless cycles of worry? Why is this so common today? And what solutions can Stoic wisdom provide? Our lives have become increasingly complex and cluttered. With technological advancements, we often juggle multiple conversations simultaneously. The demands on our time and expectations for how we should behave are constantly present. We're bombarded by a continuous stream of stimuli from all directions, and we're constantly being offered supposed opportunities and promises of success. When making decisions today, we're faced with an increasing number of factors to consider. Even something as simple as choosing a movie can feel overwhelming. We tend to clutter our homes with items we don't truly need and our minds with emotional burdens from global events. This perceived complexity and mental clutter can stifle us, leading to paralysis. This chaos consumes our thoughts, filling us with worry and uncertainty. Yet Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius argued that many of the things that occupy our minds are not as important as they seem. He suggested that by simplifying our lives and clearing out physical and mental clutter, we can reduce complexity, gain clarity, and ease our worries. This simplicity might be the key to achieving the rare tranquility that is so elusive in our fast-paced world. It's natural to want some control over our lives, and the Stoics agreed that there are indeed many variables we can and should manage to prepare for future challenges. Seneca, another prominent Stoic, stressed the importance of anticipating different future scenarios and being prepared. However, the Stoics also drew a critical distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, called this the most important task in life, noting that people often struggle to distinguish between the two. Many people spend endless energy worrying about things beyond their control, leading to anxiety and a sense of powerlessness. We must accept that some aspects of life are simply out of our hands. Instead of fixating on these, we should direct our attention to what we can influence. By doing so, we can regain our confidence and calm our minds. At its core, this is about focusing on what we can control, as Epictetus wisely concluded. Much of our worry stems from an evolutionarily ingrained fear of making mistakes. For our ancestors, anticipating mistakes was crucial for survival, as the stakes were incredibly high. A single misstep could lead to deadly consequences. Although the consequences of mistakes may not be as severe as they once were, many of us still experience an overwhelming fear of making errors, leading to cycles of constant worry. Often, this fear is tied to the concern of being judged by others. In a world where people frequently display their seemingly perfect lives, any admission of a mistake can quickly attract harsh criticism. Positive encouragement can be hard to come by, while negative judgments seem to be everywhere. The Stoics understood that worrying about others' opinions could cause significant suffering. This is why Marcus Aurelius emphasized the need to gradually free ourselves from this burden. I find this quote particularly compelling because it doesn't suggest ignoring others' opinions entirely, but rather advises us to distinguish between those who truly matter in our lives and those who don't. Moreover, Marcus Aurelius offered profound insight into how we should view mistakes. While many see them as the end of the road, he encouraged us to see them as integral parts of our journey. So how should we interpret all of this? Many people who are overwhelmed with worry about the future seek ways to eliminate their anxieties entirely. Yet, for a healthy mind, this is not only unattainable, but also counterproductive. Worrying is linked to the crucial cognitive function of episodic future thinking, which has given us a significant evolutionary edge and continues to enhance our adaptability. However, this mental ability can easily turn against us, becoming a source of self-destruction. In such instances, worry becomes a monster, gradually draining our vitality. Stoic philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius have imparted practical and enduring wisdom to help alleviate these burdensome worries.